Hi everyone, this is Yuchen from Genuine Impact, the app that makes investment research simple, and back again with another video this week. As we enter the second quarter of 2022, I'd like to look back at the first 3 months of the year, which has been very challenging and difficult to navigate. With the yield curve moving higher and getting inverted, and credit spread widening and equity trading lower, creating something of a perfect storm for risk assets. Commodities have been the standout performer at the asset class level, although this has a lot to do with the supply concern given the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and the international sanction against Russia, as well as the COVID-19 outbreaks in China that we're currently experiencing. As the result, inflation kept on trending up to multi-decade highs, but from the CPI release this week, we can start to see some initial signs that inflation may have reached this peak of this cycle. To understand why all this has happened, it's probably best to rewind even further along the timeline. Indeed, the world has gone through several major fundamental changes over the past 6 to 7 years. The election of President Trump in the US and the voting for Brexit in the UK are two examples of countries retrenching and putting up borders to be more isolated from the rest of the world, and left us asking whether we have seen the peak in globalisation and are we now entering into a period of deglobalisation. Of course, the outbreak and the subsequent impact of COVID-19 is a catalyst for many changes that we have experienced already. One example being the acceleration of changing consumer pattern of online grocery shopping at such a rate that many companies could not cope. Additionally, recent invasion of Ukraine has again forced country to rethink its protectionist policies, as reality of energy dependence has played out on the front pages of newspapers in recent weeks. Ironically, whilst the consumer wanting a more integrated world with higher e-commerce spending, they're also voting to inhabit an increasingly separated world because of all these geopolitical concerns. What does this all mean for us as investors? This trend should have an impact on asset allocation strategy, whether we are talking about an individual investor or a large asset manager. The last 20 years has been the age of technology and expansion of all things tech and internet related. We should now open to the view that in addition to buy and hold technology stocks, allocation to commodity, energy and food supply are going to be key to the investment portfolio as well, after the Ukraine and Russia conflicts has played out. Investor needs to build up multi-level exposure across this theme, although this will continue to reposition as the market reacts to ongoing events. This remains an environment to be nimble. The investor needs to continuously reposition the portfolio to take advantage of investment opportunities and adjust to the changing market environment. Trying to identify value amongst chaos is definitely not an easy task, but something that will feel familiar given the constant changing market environment we've all been through over the past few years. Of course, Genuine Impact is here to help with the discovery and decision making on investment opportunities. You can search for new opportunities in stock and funds using our filter function in the discovery page, as well as track the portfolio performance using the built-in analytics, as well as learning about the latest market news and trends using our insight functions. Thank you very much for watching the video, and please give us a follow on YouTube and other social media channels, and I will see you next week.